Mr. Chair, we're live.
Okay. Welcome to the Town of Killingley Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. Today is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. We're going to call the meeting to order at 6:59. We're going to start with a roll call vote, or roll call.
David Izzo,
Present.
Lynn LaBerge,
Here.
William Mengy,
Here.
and Andrew Farner.
Here.
All members present.
We're going to move on to Article 3, Citizens Participation. Public comment can be emailed to publiccomment@killinglyct.gov or mailed to the Town of Killingley, 172 Main Street, Killingley, Connecticut, 06239, on or before the meeting. All public comment received prior to the meeting will be posted on the town's website, www.killinglyct.gov.
Mr. Chair, we've received no public comment. This meeting's also open to the public. It's a hybrid meeting, but there is no members in the audience, and I'm not seeing anyone other than the applicant that's would be doing citizens comment, and that will be later.
Okay. We'll close Article 3 to Article 5, Public Hearing. Just a note, if a member of the public would like to comment on the following public hearing during the meeting, please call 1-415-655-0001 and use meeting number access code 2631-993-3891. All calls will be answered as received. Note the meeting is also open to the public. We're going to move on to application number 22830 of Peter Cuna and Rachel Hool to vary the Town of Killingley zoning regulations, Section 450, Table A, minimum side setback to construct a two-bay garage, property located at 46 Pleasant View Drive, Dayville, Connecticut. Map ID number 3071, alternate ID 54-25 in a low-density zone.
Mr. Chair, we have the applicant on WebEx, Peter, and Rachel. So if one of you guys want to kind of go through what you guys are looking to do for the project, why you're requesting the variance, and then I'm sure the board members will have some questions.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So we are requesting to have a two-bay garage with a additional bedroom attached to our house. So we currently have two bedrooms in our current house upstairs, and we are looking to add another member to our family. So we feel like adding another bedroom and adding the two-bay garage would be helpful for some more storage. So that's the idea that we have, and we wanted to go and see, if that's if that could be approved by the town.
The reason that it was the way that we had shown you in the drawing, the width of it and the size, is because we need to be able to fit the two cars, and we have a bulkhead there. That's why it's further away from the house than it normally would have been if we could have went directly up to the house. But like she said, we would like to add another member to our family, and we would need 3 bedrooms on one floor. So that was the main reason why we're doing this. We actually love where we live. We love the town. We don't really want to leave, and we don't want to sell our house. So that's the main reason why we were going about doing it this way. Oh, and I can add that our neighbors on the side of where it is closer to the line, they came to me and said that they could sign or do anything that you guys would need for them to do, and extra if you needed that, if that ended up being a problem for you guys.
So on staff's end, I think you answered my question that I had in regards to the upstairs. I wasn't sure looking at your floor plan, so the third bedroom. So you currently have 2 bedrooms now on the
Yes,
upper
so
floor.
we have 4, but yeah, there's 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs. It's a raised ranch, and obviously if we're having little children, we would need to be. We also have a 10-year-old, but he's actually he's going to be going downstairs if we had the third, but we would need the extra room if we were going to have another one.
Okay. So, Mr. Chair, if I may, so staff did review the application. There is a staff report that is part of the packet that was submitted. The main item in terms of that was somewhat of concern was the size, like the width. Really, just because it's a tight spot, it's a 30 foot wide garage, and it's approximately 32 feet to the side setback. We don't have a survey in hand, so recommendation from staff would be that we get a survey if the variance is granted, or
Okay.
so some kind of or surveyor be involved with staking out the footings, so that way we can ensure that it fits and it's on their property. Variance is one thing, but nothing that we do would permit the building to be on the neighbor's property.
Okay.
This is Lynn LaBerge. I can tell you right now, I have a concern with the size, and also if there would be enough room between the edge of the building and your property line to be able to put up a ladder or whatever might be necessary for any maintenance on the garage.
Has Peter, have you or Rachel looked at any other sizes, any other options in terms of the size of the two-bay garage?
Yeah, it would be more of like when we actually really got into it, we could probably maybe shrink it a little bit, to try to bring it in a little bit. We've already talked about not going too high with it. We're not going to make it extremely high, so it's like, very odd looking, very much bigger than our house, the way it is. But width-wise, we would just like to be able to, we're not even looking for anything huge, just like I said, the bulkhead. I mean, we could obviously give and take maybe a few feet, maybe like 5 feet or 4 feet from where we had it to bring it in so we can get in there with the 2 cars. But other than that, that was pretty much anything we could do to bring it in to get the 2 cars in there, but we still have to have the bulkhead available, is what we would do.
But
So-
I think that the concern with the ladder fitting in and making sure that it meets the property line is important to us too, so that we can maintain that side of the house when it does get put up. So we'll make sure, I think it's more of once we talk to a builder and see, how the plan would work.
So
Is
just,
there any way to take that and maybe turn it so the garage goes towards the back of your property rather than the side?
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
wouldn't be able to do that because the driveway comes right up to where it is. We would have no room to get around. In our backyard is like a hill that goes straight up into the back.
Okay.
If it is over here, Peter, you have a septic system in the front or in the back of the house?
The septic symptoms in the back.
And the wells in the front? You guys have well
Sorry, the
water.
well's in the back. Wells, so that means,
No, we don't have a well.
no, we have a well.
Oh.
It's town septic, I believe.
Yeah.
The well's right in
is
the back, yeah.
And it's town septic.
Town sewer.
okay.
Sewer, sorry, yes.
And then one other question, you said something about the bulkhead. Is the bulkhead, I was to look at your house from the street, so the bulkhead's on the left side of the house?
The bulkhead is, yes, right where I'll be putting the garage.
So will they be moving that or just putting like, or closing it up?
That was actually something else that I was we were actually gonna build it right into the garage.
Okay. I
So it would
understand.
still be accessible to use.
Okay.
And the
Kinda
shed,
like a walk-up.
yeah, the shed that was there, that got removed?
That's gonna get removed when that's just there for, storage right now. That will be
Okay.
gone once we actually get this.
Relocated somewhere on the property or?
Yeah, it'll probably be like in our backyard.
Okay. So usually, just kind of speaking from seeing a lot of garage applications, usually we're looking at like 2-foot increments. Usually, 30 foot wide, 28 foot wide, 26, 24. other than the 30, because again, one of the goals of the zoning board is, if they're going to grant a variance, is not only to look at the hardships, but to grant the minimum variance necessary for reasonable use of the property. So that's why we ask, have other options been explored?
Yeah, definitely I would completely understand that. We could go into 28 if we had to. Like I said, if whatever you guys would approve of me doing, we would probably try to work with that. So yeah, I would say 28. Like I said, I talked to my uncle and stuff, and a couple builders that I knew, and they said we could slim it up a little bit if we had to be able to still, it'd be a tight squeeze. But the reason that all that space is there was just because of mostly that bulkhead area coming out. But if I would, yeah, we could do like 28, push it in a little bit, and
The goal would be to fit both cars into the garage with also the bulkhead being there and being accessible. So as long as we can do that, or if we have to limit, how many cars we fit in there.
but yeah, I would say 28. We could do the 28 feet instead of 30.
So, I mean, just at the 28 feet, if we're assuming the side setback that was left, right, with the 30 was 2 feet, just at 28, we've doubled it, okay? So now we're at 4, or approximately 4. So that's, part of the reason we look at that. Do any members of the board have any other questions or any input on that?
So 28 is the least you could go?
I mean, I would probably say yes, because being able to fit the 2 vehicles there with still having access to the bulkhead, that would probably be, yeah. Like I mean, I couldn't really say more than that, just because I'd have to go out and measure some more. But I would say, to be able to access it and have enough room to actually fit the 2 vehicles in there, I would say 28.
And you definitely want the 2 vehicles in the garage.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Because right now we have a driveway that we park our 2 cars in the same spot that basically our garage would be at. So we would like to kind of keep that same, so our cars are already right where the building will be. We would just like it to be in the garage with the room above it.
Thank you.
And you said your neighbor next door doesn't have a problem, right? He has no problem.
She said that, they said that they would sign anything that you guys would like, or they're great neighbors, so.
Yeah, I can say there was a placard, on the front of the property, put up within per the regulations, and that was visible from the street, so visible by the neighbors. That's the notification that's required for the zoning board, is a street placard, and that was up. There's no one here speaking either for or against the application.
Any other comments from the board?
I do. I think maybe, believe me, the bigger the garage, trust me, because you can never fill it up enough, but, 30 feet is is a lot. We only have 2 feet left. I'm looking more towards 28 or even like 29 if they could slim it down somewhat. Because I'm just thinking resale later on, in time, if somebody else, wants to buy it, or, or if your neighbor sells to that issue may come up.
Would you guys be looking to amend your application for the 28 feet?
Yeah, yeah. You could probably make 28 work.
Okay.
And would we still keep it at a 20-foot by 30, I mean, would it still be 20 feet wide? How wide is the garage?
So the application is for 20 by 30. It's the original. So now we've amended it to 20 by 28.
28, so we still keep it 20 feet deep? Or would it go bigger, deep-wise?
So the depth isn't limited as much from the front setback.
Okay, but where's the well?
The well, the applicant has said is in the rear.
Okay.
With a well, it would trigger a B100 application through NDDH.
Okay.
So regardless of a variance, the applicant will have to meet those separations with the well. I don't know those off the top of my head, but that will be up to the health department. Would you guys be looking to change that depth at all? Just trying to be, with it losing the 2 feet, are we now looking at a 22-foot in depth or 24 foot in depth, or are we still thinking staying at the 20?
I would probably stay where it is.
Okay.
And then upstairs, you're just putting another bedroom, you said, or bedroom or two, or just one in a bath?
Just one, it's just gonna be one bedroom.
And a full bath?
Yep,
And that's going to connect to the rest of the house.
yes.
So it'll be a straightaway,
same
just a
height,
walkthrough.
Okay. Now we're on to vote.
Almost, I have no more questions.
If no one else has any other questions or any other comments,
We got no phone calls.
there's no other phone calls on the line, then you could entertain a motion to close the public hearing if you wish.
Okay.
This is Bill Mengy. I make a motion to close public hearing, application 22-830.
I'll second it.
Okay, public hearing,
We need a vote.
we need a roll call vote to pass.
No further discussion. David Izzo? Roll call vote?
Yay.
Lynn
Do we
LaBerge?
have to change that to
Yes.
28 feet in her motion?
Oh,
No, so I'm just making a point of clarification. I don't think the applicants already
Okay.
verbally said that they're looking to change it to 28. So I think we can
Okay,
move forward with that. And we're, just to clarify for everyone, we're looking to just close the public hearing. This is not voting on the application yet. That comes under unfinished business. So back to the roll call vote. Sorry to interrupt.
okay, so I think Lynn said yes.
Yes,
Okay, William Mengy
Yes.
and Andrew Farner.
yes.
Okay, motion carries unanimously.
On to Article 5, unfinished business. Application 2283 of Peter Cuna and Rachel Hool to vary the Town of Killeen zoning regulations, Section 450, Table A, minimum side setback to construct a two-bay garage, property located at 46 Pleasant View Drive, Dayville, Connecticut, map ID number 3071, alternate ID 54-25, in a low-density zone. I'll open up for review/discussion.
So,
I think if we do,
Bill
we,
Mengy? Oh,
go ahead, Bill.
I'm sorry. Oh, Bill Mengy, I make a motion to approve application 22-830.
and just with your motion, do you mind stating the size of the garage?
Oh, yes, I make a motion to approve it based on 20 foot deep by 28 foot wide.
I'll second that.
Would we want to make it to a 4-foot setback in case it comes back that there's more room?
I have a question. Could we amend that to ask to have stakes put in before the footing is done?
So, yes, we can, well, that's up to Bill if he wants, or we can vote on an amendment. So we're in discussion.
I didn't hear a second,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
The second was from, the motion was by Bill, the second was by Dave.
Okay, thanks.
So now we're in discussion. So if we want to propose an amendment, we can vote on the amendment, which can include conditions, and then we can vote on the original motion. So,
Yeah, I would like to add an amendment to the motion that we take and have the size of the garage staked out before the footings are put in.
do we have a second?
I second.
Was that Bill?
Yes, that was Bill.
Any discussion on the amendment? This is just for the amendment to require the staking of it out, I would assume by a surveyor.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All in favor?
Roll
David
call.
Izzo, aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Lynn LaBerge, aye.
Bill Mengy.
Aye.
Bill Mengy, aye.
Andrew Vardy, yes.
Okay, so I heard four yeses. Okay, now we're back to the original motion. So, which was a motion to approve by Bill Mangy, seconded by David Izzo. Now with the amendment requiring the property to be staked out, or the garage to be staked out by a surveyor. Any discussion?
I guess we'll do a roll call vote to pass the motion for approval.
Lynn LaBerge,
Yes.
William Mengy,
Yes.
David Izzo,
Yes.
and Andrew Farner.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Sorry, I was muted. So for the applicant, just because I know some of these meetings can be a little weird. It's you guys were approved for a 28 by 20 garage. So that's,
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone.
That's a 4
Welcome.
foot setback.
yeah, it's an approximately a 4-foot setback. So that's going to have to get staked out by a surveyor just to ensure that it fits. If it doesn't, we can discuss that at the staff level and look at
Okay.
options. But you'll be receiving an approval letter within the next week or so, and you'll see this application hit the Norwich Bulletin probably in the next 48 hours or so, because it takes a little longer for the paper to post them. That triggers a 15-day appeal period where somebody could file an appeal with the court for the approval. So just so you guys are aware. But all that will be in your approval letter.
On to Article 6, new business.
There's none.
Oh, man. Article 7, adoption of the minutes.
I make a motion to adopt the minutes of February 10, 2022, the regular meeting.
Lynn LaBerge, I'll second.
Article 8, correspondence to the board.
Need a vote.
Oh, we need a vote to accept the minutes from February 10th, 2022.
William Mengy,
Yes.
David Izzo,
Yes.
Lynn LaBerge,
Yes.
and Andrew Farner.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Now Article 8, correspondence to the board.
So the only item which I've already let the board know about is we are going to have a training later this month. That's with all the different land use commissions, going over FOIA requirements, as well as some ethics and just regular how to run an effective meeting, essentially. That I believe is for the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yep.
What time was it? 6 though?
22nd, and I should know that by heart. Hold on. Let me check my notes here. So that training is going to be on the 22nd at 6 p.m. Any of the members that can't make the meeting in person will have the option to join remotely. We'll be getting that information out to you guys shortly. And we're looking to record that training for any new board or commission members, particularly land use. This is the start of some new requirements that are being made by the state of Connecticut that actually aren't required until next year. But we want to get a jump on it, just get it part of our normal procedure.
Do we get a new book?
We will probably get some training stuff with it, but it's going to be hosted by the town's attorney.
Okay. Article 9, council liaison.
So it's Ray Wood.
Excuse me, I don't want to interrupt any of you. Are we all set?
Yes.
Yep, you
All
guys,
right.
you guys are all set. You guys can jump
All
off.
right, well, thank you, everyone.
Welcome,
About 5 articles
congratulations.
ago.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
We have Ula and Ray, both with the town council on, so I don't know who wants to go ahead, or both of you. Feel free.
No, Ray's gonna go because I'm driving. I'm on my way home from work.
And ironically, I'm actually sitting at work right now because I got out about an hour late. So I guess we're both having these problems here. So just a few things of note there. The council met last week with the Economic Development Commission. They discussed the whole idea of the Brickyard and revitalizing the whole downtown area. Phenomenal. So it was a phenomenal presentation. I believe it's on the website, so I strongly encourage anybody to go check it out. We approved the collective bargaining agreement with the Public Works Department. We have approved our basic financial statements, and it seems just based off the summary report, the only continues to do very well. And one of the other things of note, which is an interesting thing, is we did authorize the town manager to execute a 20-year lease with VCP Realty to put solar panels upon the capped landfill. As you can imagine, capped landfills, there's not much use for anything else that could be a taxable property. So this is something that can be taxed, and it's very so it's an interesting project, to say the least. I couldn't give you specifics as to the engineering and how they do it, but I can tell you they will not puncture the cap for the landfill. So in case anybody was concerned about that, because they still have to follow deep regulations and things like that. But this is apparently a newer thing that's going on throughout the state where this is happening. And just as an aside as well, Ms. LaBerge, I have to say that you were brought up that we were concerned because we didn't actually see you at the meeting. So I'm glad to see you're on this meeting. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray. Go to Article 10, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And a second?
A second.
That was Bill. Okay. 7:28. Oh, we need a vote. Everyone's in favor?
Aye.
It's so hard not looking at people. Aye. Have a good night.
Have a good evening, gentlemen.
Good night.
Thank you.
Night.